and welcome to the 144th episode of Movie and TV Talk. On this episode, I'm going to be discussing and giving my thoughts on Kraven the Hunter. Let's get into this. This movie starts with really weirdly some Russian prisoner transport stopping, and one of the prisoners just kind of going to a spot where the guards can't see them, just to stare into the distance. Eventually they're taken to the prison, and after like 2 days this guy makes a grand escape, showing abilities to run fast and scale walls fast and other stuff really fast as well. He keeps running into a snowstorm, and there's a wolf that howls back but backs off. Next big chunk of the movie has to deal with Kraven and his brother as teenagers, and us getting to see how much of an asshole their father is, and really favoring one son over the other. We also get a scene of a woman getting some weird potion mixture. Then there's the big hunting trip where one of the kids gets taken and almost killed by a lion, but woman with weird potion saves him by giving him said potion. Potion gives him all these superhuman abilities like animal and animalistic abilities. He runs away from his dad and then lives in a pretty nice house in nature with weird potion lady. He pretty much makes it his mission to go after these hunters like his father, but never actually going after his father. Eventually he pays his brother a visit on his birthday, which ends up with the brother getting kidnapped by a man who calls himself Rhino. Kraven tries to convince his dad to pay the people, but shitty dad won't pay, and thus Kraven makes it his mission to rescue his brother. The movie eventually ends with Kraven fighting and killing Rhino. His brother gets rescued, and he makes a bear kill his dad. So what did I think of Kraven the Hunter? Well, here's the thing. I watched this movie on the same day that I watched Ironheart, Venom 3, and Madam Web. Honestly, this was the least interesting one out of all of those movies. But like, even if I had not watched this movie in that environment, I still found it to be very dry. I think this is because of the fact that Kraven is supposed to be a villain, and so like showing me that he had like a really rough upbringing because of having a shitty father, and this kind of to me goes against that motive, because that makes people care about the character. The other thing is that even after watching the movie, I kept having to ask what this person's abilities even were, and got confused at some points as to when he got them and stuff. Like, I don't find Kraven to be that interesting, I guess. Sure, he can run fast, and he can jump, and climb stuff, and has, like, animal vision, but, like, none of it is presented in a very interesting way for me. It's like how in Madam Web, we see her whole web thing, and that's way more visually interesting to me. It makes me want to see more. Here with Kraven, it's like, oh, you're scaling a wall quickly and killing guys with a knife quickly. That's not all that interesting to me. There were some cool action scenes, but that's the most I can say. Plus, we finally get a more accurate version of Rhino, but he doesn't do his Rhino thing till the last fight scene. And that feels like such a waste. Rhino has now been wasted 2 times in 2 movies, and that's not fair to this character. I think those times I got confused and things felt disconnected and leaping is just because my brain just checked out, because there was nothing interesting for me to latch onto. The most of any kind of reaction that came from me was wanting Kraven's father to die, because I hated how much of a piece of shit he was. He honestly really steals the show from Kraven for me, and that's not how it should be. But at the end of the day, I didn't care about Kraven, and really only got satisfaction when he finally kills his father. Kraven the Hunter is a below average movie that I definitely do not recommend one waste their time with. That's all I have to say. If you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.